I'll record this while we're working on this, but I'm not going to record once we get to the movie part of it. So if we still have time to watch the movie and everything, which I'm really hoping that we do. So, because I really want to show you the movie. Do you all want to watch the movie? When we have time, as soon as we're done with this? Yes, yes, yes. I got lots of, oh, that's a big yes. Okay, yeah, all right, good deal. Okay, so we'll definitely take care of that, no worries. I have made plenty of time in my schedule to make that happen for you all. So, but I do want to definitely go over this with you. I want to go over Act 1, Scene 2 with you because I know that's what you guys are struggling with right now. So we will definitely do that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you so that you guys can see that. And I love the big yeses. I'm so glad y'all are getting excited about watching a movie together. It makes me so happy. Okay, you got your popcorn ready? Because we'll get that going here in a little bit too. No, I'm just kidding, I don't have any popcorn. Okay, so anyone else want to read besides me? I always get to read, I don't want to read. Anyone? Anyone? I know it's all girls here today, but you know, we could still read guy parts. They used to have guys in Shakespeare's time. Guys played all the parts, even the girl parts. No, Allie. You don't want to read? Anyone but me? Somebody? I always have to read. I always have to be the one to read. Somebody? Somebody? Anybody? Nobody. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So Iago says it is a Brabantio, which I can never say his name correctly, so I apologize because my tongue gets twisted. It is a Brabantio general. Be advised. He comes to bad intent. Othello says, "Hola, stand there. Senor, it is the Moor. Down with him, thief. You, Rodrigo, come, sir. I am for you. Keep up your bright swords, for the dew will rust them. Good Senor, you shall command with years, and with your weapons." Brabantio. "O thou foul thief, where hast thou stowed my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. For I'll refer me to all things of sense. If she in chains of magic were not bound, whether a maid so tender, fair, and happy, so opposite to marriage that she shunned the wealthy, curled darlings of our nation, would have ever haven't incur a general mock run from her guardings to the sooty bosom of such a thing as thou to fear, not to delight." Hang on a second, we have someone coming to the room. Okay. Judge me, the world, it is not gross in sense that thou hast practiced on her with foul charms, abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals that weakens motion. I'll haven't disputed on, 'tis probable and palpable to thinking. I therefore apprehend and do attach thee for an abuser of the world, a practitioner of arts, inhibited and out of warrant. Lay hold upon him if he do resist, subdue him at his peril. Hold your hands, both of you, of my inclining and the rest. Were it my cue to fight, I should have known it, without a prompter. Whither will you that I go to answer this your charge? To prison till fit time of law and course of direct session, call thee to answer. What if I do obey? How may the Duke be therewith satisfied? Whose messenger are here about my side, upon some present business of the state, to bring me with him? Bring me to him? 'Tis true, most worthy Senor. The Dukes in council and your noble self, I am sure, is sent for. How? The Duke in council? In this time of night? Bring him away. Mine's not an idle cause. The Duke himself, or any of my brothers of the state, cannot but feel this is wrong, as it were their own. For if such actions may have passage free, bond slave and pagans shall our statesmen be. Okay, so does anybody know what was just talked about there? I love how polite you are when you say, I don't want to read. No, thank you. Anyone know anyone know what they said? Anyone know what was talked about? Anyone know what the argument was? Did you all leave? Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Sorry. So is Brabantio? I think he's mad, right? Because of his daughter.
Okay, yes, he's mad. He's angry because his daughter. Yes, he's mad because of his daughter. What did his daughter do? What did his daughter do? What happened with his daughter?
She got. Hold on. Let me read more.
What happened with his daughter happened in the first scene. So what happened with his daughter? What did Othello do with his daughter?
Put a spell on her?
He did. That's his theory. Othello and Desdemona eloped. They got married, which is bad. Okay, so in this time period, when you marry and Brabantio is a duke. Okay, so when you marry a duke's daughter without permission, it's considered a jailable offense. Okay, so it's bad. It's bad, and especially the fact that Othello is a Moor. So he's black. He is, and keep in mind that the time period of this play, there's a lot of racism. Okay, so you have a white duke whose daughter has married a black man. So that's an issue. All right, so there's definitely some things going on here. So yeah, he's mad. And yes, he is saying that Othello cast a spell on her because in this time period, they believe that the Moors had the ability to do this, which they did not, but still, that was just the time period. And they had the ability to cast spells on people to make them do things they did not want to do. So, yes, so there is that, but the whole thing is that Othello married his daughter, okay? So he's really ticked off about that. So what is Iago saying in that first line? What is this? What is he saying right here? What is he saying right there in that first line?
He's saying, come fight with me, right? Wait, hold on.
What does everybody else think? We got more than just one person here. So what does everybody else think? This is a discussion. So we need to do this together.
He's saying, I'm here, Rodrigo. I'll fight you.
Okay, Ashley, what were you going to say?
I think he's like warning them that I can't say his name, the one with the V, that he's mad about what's happening.
Okay, so he's saying it's Brabantio, beware. Okay, he's coming. He's mad. Okay, all right. So, all right, that's okay. So what else? Anyone else got an idea?
So I feel like it could mean like bad intentions. So like he comes like in bad. Does that make sense? Bad intentions.
Well, yeah, but he wants to basically he wants to do something bad. So he's coming to do something bad to you. So he's telling Iago right now. Okay, keep in mind Iago is playing both sides. Remember, Iago is that guy that's kind of playing both sides. He's the double agent. Okay, Iago is not friends with Othello and he's not friends with Rodrigo. Okay, but he is pretending to be friends with both of them. Okay. Does that make sense? So right now he is pretending to be friends with Othello because he's on Othello's team. He's on Othello's side right now. So he's telling Othello, hey, Brabantio's coming. You better watch out. He's got some bad, he's gonna hurt you. He's got some bad things coming towards your way. Okay. So he's gonna do something to hurt you. So, but how does he know this? Okay. So that's the question we need to ask ourselves. How do we know this? How do we know it's gonna happen? What's the idea? How do we know that based on things that have happened maybe beforehand? Have you guys read beforehand?
Teachers, please pardon the interruption. I need to call the students to come to the office. Noah Metler, Luis Barrera, Elena Mendez, Wilkins Martinez, Lawrence Smith, Gabriel Fox, Alicia Duacek. Please come to the office.
Okay, so how does Iago know that Othello is in danger from Brabantio? How does he know? What did Iago and Rodrigo do in Act 1?
Didn't they like talk? And what's his name?
Keep going. This, like I said, you guys, I mean, this is a discussion, so it's good for us to talk this out and everything, and it's good for us to like be able to all work and play off each other. So, I mean, if this is good. So, what happened in the first act where we would think that Iago would know that Brabantio is about to hurt Othello?
I don't remember much, but didn't he say, like, didn't he try to say, ask why Iago was, with Othello, or, I don't know, I forgot.
Sorry, the bell. Okay, so you remember when, right after Rodrigo found out that Desdemona and Othello got married, right? What did Iago and Rodrigo go do? What did they go do? What did they go do to Brabantio? So what did they do? What did they do? What did they do to get him all riled up? Okay, do you remember them going to his window? If in the first act, if you read the first act, it talks about they ran to his window and they woke him up. And they told him about how Othello got Desdemona to marry him and everything, and got him all riled up and angry and everything, and he stole Desdemona in the middle of the night, and they ran off and got married. Okay. However, Brabantio does not know that Iago is part of that. He just knows that Rodrigo is the one who woke him up. Okay, so Brabantio still thinks that Iago is on Othello's side. Okay, so Brabantio does not realize that Iago is playing both sides of the fence. Okay? Are y'all with me? I can't see faces. I can't see anyone's face, so I don't know if anyone's with me or not. I don't know if anyone's confused. I don't know if anyone's like understanding. So y'all remember anything about that? And you'll see that when we watch the play. They go and wake him up and he starts yelling. So they they kind of started this mess, okay? So Rodrigo, I always spell that wrong. And Iago, kind of started um, I'm just gonna say this in my own words. You can say it however you want to. Started the Can you guys still see my screen? You guys are still good? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So Rodrigo and Otto started a fight between Othello and Brabantio by letting, I'm just going to put B, know about the elopement.
I have a question.
Yes, please. Yes.
What is that last word that you wrote down? What does it mean?
Elopement. So that's when people run off and get married without telling anybody.
Okay.
And I have terrible handwriting, I won't lie. So I'm sorry if you can't read my handwriting either. So Brabantio, in other words, believes that Othello has stolen his daughter. Okay, so that's why he calls him a thief. So if we go and look at our tone words, you remember that lovely tone list that we had, the tone vocabulary that we had? I'm just popping it up on the screen there for you. Remember? What kind of tone? What's the tone? What do you think Brabantio's tone is right now? What do you think he's going through right now? Is he angry? Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he mad? Is he ready to go? Is he, I don't know. Is he excited? What do you think?
He's angry.
He's angry. Okay, so we've got angry. What other things do we got?
Frustrated.
Frustrated. Anything else?
Would maybe betrayed? Is he like?
Okay. Anything else that you might think of?
I don't know if furious but it's kind of like angry. So
Yep, it is. And so it's like angry. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have to be just one word, okay? It doesn't always have to be just one word. There can be multiple words here, but we do know that his tone here is very negative, okay? It's negative and it's very aggressive, right? Don't you think? Do you all agree that it's pretty aggressive? I mean, he's okay. Sorry, Emily. I just see he's upset. Okay, he's upset. So, what might over here make you think that this is what he's feeling? Like, what about this right here is making you think that that's what he's feeling? How about,
Go.
no, go ahead, please.
Oh, whenever so right there where it says what he said, he put like an exclamation mark.
Huh?
So maybe that punctuation is trying to like tell us how he's like expressing himself very furious. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so an exclamation mark. If you were to tell somebody, hey, like if someone was saying down with you, like down with him, down with you, what would you think if someone was telling you down with you? Even if I was just saying it, just like I said right now, down with you. Do you think that I would be saying it nicely to you or saying it like mean, or how would you feel if I said that to you? Just in the tone that I said that to you there, down with you. Would that be something nice, do you think?
no.
No, not at all. So just those words down
No.
with him kind of give us that feeling that he's pretty perturbed. He's pretty upset, right? He's not a happy dude right now, okay? And he's pretty aggressive. It's a pretty aggressive word exchange, okay, that he's got going on here. So that's how we can read and understand that this is not something that is a nice tone, okay, that we're looking at. All right. So how does Othello respond to having swords drawn upon him? So let's answer that first question there, because one thing I'm noticing, ladies and now gentlemen that we have here, you all are not answering all the questions, okay? So you all need to make sure that you answer all the questions that are on here, okay? So let's answer the first question. How does Othello respond to having swords drawn upon him? How does he respond?
So he is trying to like get them to like calm down by saying like put away your swords and just I don't know. Someone go on.
Okay, keep going. So someone, you guys keep talking. I'm enjoying this. So keep talking. That's what I want. I want discussion. So let's go. Let's keep going. What else? What else do you guys think? He does say put away your swords. So what does he do? What does he say? Keep up your bright swords, for the dew will rust them. Good Señor, you shall more command with years than with your weapons. So what does that say?
He's kind of unbothered by it, seems like.
Okay, he appears unbothered by it. Okay. But how does he get them? So he appears unbothered. So but how is he responding to them in that way? Like, how is he, instead of threatening them, what is he doing? What is he doing? Instead of threatening them back, what is he doing?
I don't know if this is right, but I'm just gonna say maybe he's because after it says keep up your bright swords, it says like for the dew will rust them. So maybe he's trying to, I don't know if this is the right word, but like manipulate them thinking that he's calm. I don't know. Guessing usual.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you all are not off track. Okay. So he is staying calm. He is not getting upset with them. He is not threatening them. He is not getting upset with them. Now, what he is doing, he is saying, you know, put those swords away because it's late at night and there's dew outside. Okay. Because they're close to the water. All right. So there is humidity in the air, and he's saying, you know, the dew will rust them and everything. However, what he is also saying, he is saying, I have more respect for your age than I do for your weapons. Okay? That's what this is saying here. Okay? So he is saying, I respect you for who you are and your age and your wisdom than I have more respect for that than I have for your weapons. So you just put those down and I will listen to what you have to say. Okay? So he is turning this around and he is actually saying, you know, he's trying to say to them, hey, you know, we can just talk this out. We don't need to fight. You know, we don't need to fight. Put those away and let's just talk. I have respect for you because of who you are. Because of, you know, I respect your age, I respect your wisdom. Okay? So he responds to them, basically, he responds by being respectful. Okay? Because in the time period that they're in, you showed respect for your elders. You knew that as wise men, as elder men of your community, that they knew more and that they were to be respected. Okay, so he was showing them respect. And as a military leader, what does this say about him that he responds in this way? What do you guys think? What does it say about him as a military leader that he responds in this way?
That he's like.
Think of the character. Think of him as a character. Remember, we're doing character analysis. So, sorry, I should actually remember. Remember this character trait list that we have? So if you guys have that open, that's probably a good thing to have open. So if you want, get that out, and that can help you a little bit. So you can pick out words from that as well. So what kind of things, what does that say about him in regards to how he is a leader in the military?
It kind of shows that he's mature about the situation.
Okay, he's mature. Okay. I just totally spelled that incorrectly. Okay, what else? What else do you think? What does it show about his character?
know if this one could be one, but if he's understanding, like he knows that um he knows why the father is mad at him, and he decides to talk it through instead of fighting.
Okay. All right. He's understanding. All right. So he knows he knows when. Okay, that's definitely could be one. All right. What about he's like very sharp-witted. Like he knows what to say in specific situations. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So he knows what to say in like specific situations. Have you ever had those friends or like you get into an argument with somebody, like your parents or somebody, and then like 30 minutes later you have the perfect comeback, and then you're like, dang, I wish I would have thought about that then. Okay. But there are some people who can just come up with things really fast. That's sharp-witted. Okay. So that's what that means. That means that they can come up with things like really quick, right off the cuff. They just know what to say, like right when it happens. So, so that's definitely an idea. Okay. Is this helping everybody? Is this helping everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what is Brabantio? Blah, 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 blah. What is Brabantio essentially accusing Othello of in this first half of his speech? So in the first half of the speech, what is he accusing Othello of doing? So you guys talked about this a little bit earlier. What is he accusing Othello of doing?
Taking his daughter without permission.
Say that again.
Taking his daughter without permission.
Okay.
Like,
So stealing his daughter. All right. So we've got stealing his daughter. What else? Because there's more to it.
So he hold on.
He also calls him a thief, but that goes with stealing his daughter. So I don't know.
Yes. So stealing his daughter, kidnapping her, yep, etc. Okay, so what else? But what else does he also accuse him of? Which I think you said something about this earlier.
Putting a spell on her?
Yes, yes. Putting a spell on her. Which is this right there, enchanting her. Okay. Because nobody would go off with someone as ugly as Othello unless they were under a spell. When there's plenty of eligible bachelors in the city. As beautiful as she is, there would be nobody. She would not. Okay? All right. So we good on that one? Everyone good on that page?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
We are moving on. Okay. What might Brabantio, I can never say it, mean by foul charms? What does he mean by foul charms? You guys still there? Judge me the world, if 'tis not gross in sense that thou hast practiced on her with foul charms, abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals that weakens motion. I'll have it disputed on.
Does that mean like abusing her?
Say that again.
Does it mean like abusing her?
You're breaking up. I couldn't understand what you said.
He's saying abusing her.
Oh, no, not abusing her. Not abusing her. Okay, remember, he's accusing him of casting spells on her. So what would you think that foul charms would be? We got abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals. So what goes along with that? Y'all ever heard of black magic? Like voodoo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little.
a little. Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
he's talking about, like, you know, all these things like, you know, like voodoo, like black magic, like all these, you know, drugs or the little crystals, you know, the crystals that people have nowadays that people use and things like that. That's what he's talking about. Okay. He's talking about, and also when he's talking about drugs and minerals too, I mean, this could also refer to like things like, you know, that we see, we don't necessarily look at as foul charms, but like illegal drugs and things like that that people use today. Okay, so things like that as well can also be seen as foul charms in Shakespeare's time. Okay. Okay, so what does
What is that?
when he? I'm sorry. What was that, James? What was that, Bailey?
What is the third thing you wrote?
Oh, etc. Oh, this right here,
Yes.
crystals. That's a Y. CRYSTALS. Told you I have terrible handwriting. I go between cursive and print, so I do both. Okay. So So what does Brabantio mean when he says, lay hold upon him? If he do resist, subdue him at his peril. What does that mean?
He's saying to lay hold upon, to grab him.
Yes. Yes.
And
Absolutely.
if he resists, to grab harder or like use force. Yeah.
Yep. And use force if he resists. Uh-huh. Very good. Very good. And how does Othello respond to Brabantio's outcry? And he says, hold your hands, both of you, my inclining, and the rest. Were it in my cue to fight, I should have known it without a prompter. Whither will you that I go to answer this your charge? So, how does Othello respond to Brabantio's outcry? So Brabantio wants to take him to prison. He's done. He wants to take him to prison. He wants to arrest him. If he fights, then grab him even harder. Okay, take him with force. So what does Othello do? What does he say?
Othello is saying like, or asking him where to go.
Right. He is saying, like, where do you want me to go to respond to these crimes? Okay, you're accusing me of some serious stuff here. You don't need to take me. I'll go. Where do you want me to go? And I will respond to these crimes. Okay, so he is telling him, he's saying, he goes, just tell me where to go. Okay, there's no need for him to take him anywhere. Okay, so he's just saying, there's nothing wrong. You don't need to drag me anywhere. No reason. Okay, so then what does this say about who Othello is at this point? What does it say about the kind of person that Othello is now? We look at our character list, our traits list, because we're basically trying to figure out the character of Othello. So what does it say about the person that he is? Okay, he's respectful. Okay, what else? Okay, his self-control. Not sure if that's really a characterization word, but what about let's see. He is very unselfish at this point. Okay? He is not trying to do anything right now that is going to benefit himself at the moment. Like, he is not trying to do anything that is self-centered for himself. He is trying to figure out a way to make everybody happy. He is trying to figure out a way to, like, let's make all this right. let's figure out a way to where you understand that I did not do this to your daughter. I am, let's talk about this. Let's get this out in the open. Let's make sure that we have everything talked about. Let me answer to what you're accusing me of. Let me take responsibility for these crimes. Let me act upon what you're asking me to, what you're accusing me of, and things like that. Okay. So he is being unselfish at this point. Okay. He's not going to let others guide him in a direction that they want to go. He is going to just take responsibility for himself. So, all right. What does Othello say will happen to him if he goes to jail? So what does Othello say? What does Othello say will happen to him if he goes to jail? No, one time. You guys still there? Hello?
So when I read what he says, he really doesn't. Well, he just asks him again, what if he does what he says? Like, what if he obeys? He's asking, what if he obeys? I don't know.
Okay, so if he goes to jail, basically, here's the thing that's going to happen. Basically, if he goes to jail, he's just going to get right back out again because Othello already knows that the Duke wants to see him. Okay, so he's telling Brabantio that if I go to jail, I'm just going to get right back out because the Duke wants to see me. And so that's what's going to happen. That's what he's telling Brabantio. That's what's going to happen. All right. So if he goes to jail, basically the Duke.
I have a question.
He already has messengers there with him. So these messengers were already there with him to take him to the Duke. So That's what he's telling him. He goes, you can take me to jail, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go, the Duke is going to take me out anyway because the Duke wants to see me because there's something going on that he wants to talk to me about.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the Duke like? What's his role? Like, what is he?
He kind of runs, he's the boss. He kind of runs everything. He tells people what to do. He's kind of like a king, but a king is over a duke. But a duke kind of has, so there's a king is over a country, and a duke is kind of like, a duke would kind of be like over like a, like I would say it's bigger than a county, so to speak, but it would be like a county, like a territory, if that makes sense.
Does it say?
Does it say what?
Does it say why, or did I miss it? Why the Duke will request for him?
Well, they're actually all getting ready to go to war, but that's, yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then we have our last question. Does Brabantio think the city officials will agree or disagree with his charge? So what do you think? Does Brabantio think that everyone will agree with him?
He thinks that the law will agree with him and be on his side.
Yes, he does. He thinks that, yes, he does agree. He thinks that, yes, he thinks. Y'all still there? My screen just went weird.
Yes.
Okay. He thinks that the Duke will see it his way. Okay. All right. So I will let you all do the rest of this on your own. Okay. I think that this helped you a little to where you can do the rest of this on your own. Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now do you want to watch the movie? At least some of it? Maybe? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really convincing. Are y'all asleep on me?
Will we sleep?
I said, are y'all asleep on me?
No, I'm awake.
Okay.
I think I'm awake.
You think you're awake? What? You think you're awake?
No, I am.
Let's see. Okay. All right. I gotta get everything set up the way it's supposed to be. So here's how it's gonna work. So I finally got my document cam to work to where it can show the movie. I'm only gonna show you like the first few scenes of the, I think we're gonna be able to go through Act 1, maybe. So that should give you like 20 minutes of the movie. Hopefully y'all still be here. But I cannot record this part of the movie. So I'm gonna actually stop recording right now. So those of you who are not here, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. But if you have any questions, those of you who are watching on your own, you guys can ask me later.